if there's an afterlife, and might you consider that radical longevity isn't necessary?
I feel like in Christian religion, it's like we're taught that we're always messing up, basically. You know, we're never gonna and the whole point of this lifetime is to become as spiritually evolved in a human body that has desires and things that are not in line with kind of for lack of a better way of saying it, love, you know, this love energy that's, you know, love your neighbor as yourself and all of those things, right? But then it's we do stupid things, you know, we say mean things, or, you know, or worse, we murder somebody. And it seems like a lot of religions, the point of it, a lifetime is to get it right here. So if you had 1,000 years or even eternity, it's almost like you could do all of that here. I don't see how going through but again, you know, this comes down to beliefs, but I just don't see how going through a spiritual evolution would make it all your punishment could be done here, just like karma teaches you, right? You put something out, it comes back to you. So I feel like a lot of those things would be done in this lifetime more effectively. But again, I only know this. I don't know the spiritual world. I just imagine the spiritual world as this sort of energy of pure love, and people don't murder each other, and they don't get to eat ice cream either. But, you know, I don't know. I think it can be done here.
Right. But for the purposes of this question, we were assuming that there is an afterlife, right? Even if your current life turns out to be the better one, you don't know that for a fact. So it seems like you're assuming more than what you could know.
I guess what I'm trying to say is actually choosing to live on this planet with, you know, in this lifetime is actually spiritually tough. That's what I'm trying to say, is that
Okay.
that's you know, my sense is that this would be spiritually easier to be without, you know, this lifetime, and to be in this lifetime is to choose it is we're the tough guys.
Dave, do you have something to add, or I thought you were going to say something?
No, this reminds me of a story that I heard, and I wish I had committed it to memory so I'd be able to, you know, elucidate it here. It's of two twins having a conversation in the womb, and they're wondering, is there life outside of the womb, right? Is there life after birth is the question that they're having. And they get in this philosophical debate because, you know, one is really gung-ho about there must be something out there. And the other's are you kidding? Come on, there's nothing out there. You know, we're at one with mother. There's nothing outside of mother. Yeah, and so they have this debate, right? Because they truly believe what they believe. This is the kind of debate you're asking us right now. We only know what we know. We don't know what's on the other side. I believe there is something on the other side. And so to answer your question, I do think that trying to live forever, it's a fool's errand, right? It's not something that we really should be aspiring to. I mean, sure, if we have things that we want to do and accomplish in this world, in this life, absolutely. You know, as long as we're still viable, we're still contributing to the world, we're still learning, we're still growing, why not? Let's stick around as long as we possibly can and do the most that we can while we're here. But at some point, we're going to die, and we are going to experience that other side. It's at some point, we're going to be born, and we're going to experience life outside of the womb. We don't really have a choice.
And actually, you touch on an interesting aspect here, because it's the other side of the coin. I asked, suppose that there is an afterlife, but now let's suppose that there isn't an afterlife. Does radical longevity become an ethical imperative, which seemed to be some of what you were suggesting in your response, Dave? Must we preserve what little life we know we have?